Okay, family, how y'all doing? It's your girl, Dr. Shonna, and I am live. I think there's a couple of things I want to converse with you guys about before I even start this topic. So while I prepare my thoughts to share with you guys why I'm live today and why you guys haven't seen me in a long time, I'm going to make my simple request as far as I wanted you guys to share the video. So please share the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are on Facebook, share the video, let people know we are on. I'm going to keep this video PG or PG 13 if I can. But nonetheless, let me tell you guys a certain amount of things that you need to know before I go ahead with today's conversation. But while you guys are all coming on, I should tell you all what today's conversation is about. So there's a woman in Cincinnati, Ohio, who has been charged with a number of different murders in terms of aggravated murder. She's been charged with attempted murder and other charges after she hit her boyfriend with her minivan, broke his legs, and then proceeded to pounce on him and give him the work. Okay? So that's what today's topic is going to be about. So I suggest you guys stay around for that conversation. But I think I need to let you guys know why you have not seen me on. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, for the person who's giving me the greeting. Assalamu alaikum to you. I want to be able to say to some of you guys why I haven't been on. And we need to have this real conversation because I'm going to be telling you guys how I'm going to be changing up this channel. Now, I wasn't on for some time. I know some of you guys who follow me on IG, you have been following my, I guess I should say love story, so to speak, right? When I'm letting you guys into my dating life. So you guys have been following that, and that might be why you guys assume that I'm not on, but that's not the reason why I'm not on. You know, one monkey don't stop no show, right? I'm going to do what I have to do regardless. I'm not on because I'm going to be honest with you guys. So can I be honest tonight? I know this is Mental Health Friday, Sunday edition, right? This is Mental Health Fridays, Sunday edition. Let me tell you guys why I'm not on before I start this conversation. I'm not on for a number of reasons, but the number one reason why I have not been on to talk to you all, although I do love you guys, is because I'm tired of the same damn conversations. Let me just be real with y'all. I ain't got no script right now. I'm just talking to y'all. I don't got no bullets, no notes. I'm just talking to y'all right now. I'm tired of the same damn conversation. I'm seeing a lot of us wanting to have conversations about what everyone else is doing to us as a community. And although I agree with a lot of what's being said, and although I understand how the system works, and y'all know what system I'm talking about, although I understand how the system works, I understand the injustices that are present amongst a lot of people. Shout out to Davey from Mississippi. How you doing? Although I know there's injustices present amongst a lot of people, I'm not going to lie to y'all. What tends to make me upset is we're not really talking about the stuff that we need to talk about. I know I come on here and I tell you guys Mental Health Fridays. When I do come on, it's usually on a Saturday or Sunday. How disrespectful am I, right? But it really is about mental health issues. And once upon a time, there was a lady a long time ago who told me, Doc, I understand you are promoting for us to get our money in point on point. I understand how you want us to be entrepreneurship. I understand how you're taking that stance, but until we fix our mental health, none of that stuff will be possible. And I understood where she was coming from, and I agreed with her. However, I was on my focus. I wanted you all to understand what is happening in our world. Get your money on point, get yourself together, do the things that you have to do to save your family. Because y'all know me, I'm all about the family. And if you're not right here, if you're not right, your family's not right. And if your family is not right, it has the potential to go on from generation to generation. So I try to come on and give you guys some information and some knowledge to help you to improve your situation. But every day I wake up and every day I pay attention to what's going on. Although I don't speak on everything, I don't have to speak on everything. Although I don't speak on everything, every day I wake up, I see us. Now, I'm not saying we're the only community that's getting sick. There's a lot of us in America that's getting sick, but I'm not talking about everybody. With all due respect, I'm talking about my community. Every day I wake up, I see us getting worse, so to speak. We're sick. We're very sick. And every day I get videos dropped into my box, I tap out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand the work of mental health professionals. The ones who value their work, the ones who are efficiently trained, the ones who understand what they are doing, the ones who show up every day and do the work. It is hard for me every day of my waking life to hear people's complaints about their personal lives and then turn on the news and see us unraveling as a people. So the reason why you guys haven't been hearing from me is because I'm tired of the same conversation. I'm tired of the same conversation about police and how they're murdering us. Just being honest with y'all. I'm tired of the same conversation about politicians and how they don't give two flying FUCKs about us. I'm tired of the same conversations about us not having the political knowledge that's necessary in order for us to effect change in our communities. I'm tired of the same conversations about the man or the black man, so to speak, and the black woman, their battle against each other. I'm tired of the conversation. I'm tired of who has masculine energy and who has feminine energy. I'm tired of the same conversations because nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. We come on every day and we talk to you all about the things that we see from our perspective. We give you knowledge. We give you information of how you can go about changing your life from our perspective. But every day is the same nonsense. And so, one more reason before I go ahead and get started, one more reason why I decided I don't want to come on anymore. I'm just being honest with y'all. One more reason why I decided I don't want to come on anymore because I look at our voices and I love each and every one of us that is in the field and we're doing the work to help to transform your mind. But I see how you all respond to certain voices. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I see how you guys respond to certain voices. And for some reason, go ahead, you don't have to believe me, go ahead and look at the videos. For some reason, you guys take to gossip. I'm just being respectfully honest, okay? Respectfully honest. Shout out to James Green. Thank you so much for that donation. You guys take to gossip. You guys take to violence. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Don't get in your bag. I'm just being honest. You guys take to harsh talk. You guys take to information that's going to keep you angry but not necessarily build you up. You guys take to what's trendy and what's popular and what's going to get you angry and what's going to get you mad and what's going to make you feel like everybody is to blame. Just being honest with y'all. Just being honest with y'all. Y'all want to hear information that's going to get you upset and angry. And I don't have that for y'all. I'm just being 100. I don't have that for y'all. Because I understand how our minds work, and I understand mental health. So I don't have it for you all. I don't give it to you because I don't got it. I don't want to be angry every damn day. Now, don't get me wrong. I am angry every day. Don't get me wrong. I'm angry at the system. I'm angry at injustice. I'm angry at inflation. I'm angry at the disappearing middle class. I'm angry at our youth. I'm angry at our parents. I'm angry at our broken homes. I'm angry at a lot of things. But what I don't want it to do is to consume me to the point where I can't hear anything else but the things that make me angry. All due respect. You guys don't want to hear nothing else but the things that make you angry. And then, with all due respect, you get angry and you don't do anything. And for me, I'm tired. Being honest with you, I'm tired. I took this time to just disappear. I disappeared. I focused on myself. I focused on my relationship. I focused on my children. I got my own shit that goes on in my life. I got to come out my pocket lawyer fees to keep my son from being a victim of the system. See, y'all look at some of us online and you guys think that we are immune to the stuff that y'all go through. I'm not immune. I'm not immune. I'm coughing up thousands of dollars out of my mouth. It's making me sick to my stomach to fight a system and to get my kids in shape. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't care about being honest. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got my own stuff in my life to go through. And I see how this information that's being pumped into all of us every day is impacting my own household. Many of you guys who follow me on IG know that's where I show my real life. On IG is where I let you guys into what I go through. And many of you guys know, because I share with you guys, like my boyfriend and I, we go over the shit that I go through. He always says to me all the time, I'm amazed that you go through all the stuff that you go through. You keep a great head on your shoulders and your children still love you. My children make the worst mistakes. Maybe not the worst, but they're the worst to me. My children make a lot of mistakes in life. A lot of mistakes. On YouTube and Facebook, you guys may not know everything. My daughter crashed up my Benz, right? That car is going to cost me thousands of dollars to fix, right? Meanwhile, I'm fixing her car so she could be safe on the road, getting her car up to standard, getting catalytic converters, getting tune-ups, oil change because for some reason she doesn't think to change her damn oil, tires, balancing. Come on, fellas, well, ladies, y'all know about cars, right? All the stuff that I gotta go through, thousands of dollars coming out of my freaking pocket, disgusted to my stomach. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, she crashes my Benz, making illegal U-turns. So I gotta deal with that shit. Got an 18-year-old in college who decides, maybe he's listening to too much rap music. I don't know. He wants to do stupid things that got him a charge. I got to deal with that shit. Speeding, 89 to 55. I got to deal with that shit. It's a lot of stuff that I got to deal with, right? It's a lot of stuff that I have to do. And then I'm expected to come and talk to you all, and to help you guys get things together. And the stuff that I want to talk about, some of y'all don't want to talk about, like today's topic. Some of you guys don't want to talk about. I'm going to talk about it because I see it every day. I see the mental health issues that go through that happen to us every single day. I see the mental health issues, and that's what I'm going to talk about. So I just wanted you guys to know that little piece of information before I get started, that you're going to see changes on this channel. I'm just being honest. You're going to be changing because all that other stuff is great, but there's so many voices that's talking about it. You guys can go to those channels to talk about it. I'm going to talk about issues that I see that we need to address. because the issues that I see that we need to address are the issues that are leading to our family units being broken down. Just being honest. And listen, I know some of you guys know I'm transparent. You follow me on Instagram, y'all know I'm transparent. I suggest you guys all follow me on Instagram. You know I'm transparent. You know I share with you guys. But if you want to sit on here and judge and say, oh, well, Dr. Shonna's son did this and Dr. Shonna's daughter did this, realize I told you because I had to, not because you was going to find the shit. I told you because I wanted to, not because you was going to find the shit. I told you because I want you guys to know that I'm just like you guys, not because you was going to find the shit, right? I'm telling you guys that to understand that there is something bigger happening here in our community that we need to pay attention to. I'm telling you all that so you can stop glorifying people on social media like they're this big God and their life is perfect, because that is not the case. People do not choose to tell you guys certain things. I'm telling you what I'm telling you because I want you to know that something is happening in all of our households with all of our families that we're not paying attention to. I'm telling you because I want you to know that even if you are the best person on earth, the best daughter, the best wife, the best husband, the best brother, the best son, the best mother, the best father, the best employee, I'm telling you these things because even if you are the best you can be and you run a tight-knit household or structure, you are not immune to the craziness that is going on in this world right now. You are not immune to the sickness that is happening in this world right now. You are not immune to conditioning, to programming, to mental illness, to mental health issues. You are not immune to it. And we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. So we're going to get into a mental health conversation, Sundays edition. You know, this is Mental Health Fridays, but on Sundays, a Sunday edition, we're going to talk about how things ain't right in our community. All right? I was sitting here and I was talking with my boyfriend, and we was talking about how these streets today ain't safe. We're worried about cops pulling us over and killing us, or running up in our cribs and killing us, are wrongfully arresting us. And those are real issues that we have to worry about. And I don't want you guys to stop worrying about those things because it's very real, especially in certain communities. It is very real. We have to worry about those things. But at the same time, we got to worry about people coming up to us in our own community and putting bullets in our heads. We got to worry about relationships we think that ain't going to result in us dying. Jokers, wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, significant others, jump offs, they're all killing us too. We got to worry about going to the mall and getting snuffed behind our back and being knocked out. These are all the things that I'm seeing every goddamn day. Every day. I don't know if y'all been following the news, but I'm seeing this stuff every single day. And I'm like, well, damn, this is crazy. So I want to get into this right now today. We're going to talk about this conversation. We got about 30 minutes of this conversation, 30 to 40 minutes tops in them out. We're going to talk about this conversation right now for Mental Health Fridays, the Sunday edition. We're going to talk about this woman in Cincinnati. Now, I bring up this woman in Cincinnati because I'm seeing, as a couples therapist, I'm seeing a great breakdown in a lot of relationships where many people, both men and women, have undiagnosed mental health issues, mental illnesses, undiagnosed. They're not working on their health. And it's unraveling, it's getting worse. And there's a news story from Cincinnati that just hit the news. Have you guys seen it? It talked about a woman who ran over her boyfriend, breaking his legs, and And an innocent bystander, well, now I don't know if he was innocent, right? I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. He was innocent in that situation, but I don't know if he was innocent in life. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be funny, no disrespect to the dead. I don't know if he was innocent in life, but in that situation, he wasn't a part of her rage. And as a result, as he crossed in the street to go in the supermarket to do some food shopping, her car hits him and kills him in the process because she's angry at her boyfriend. Who am I talking about? Her name is Taah'viya. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I will spell it for you guys if you want to go ahead and look up her name, right? Her name is Taah'viya, Taah apostrophe Vya Chapman. Let me tell you a little bit about Taah'viya Chapman. Taah'viya Chapman. Let me tell you a little bit about her, okay? This young girl, as beautiful as she is, she's a beautiful girl. Y'all see her on my screen. She's a beautiful girl. She's 24 years old, my daughter's age. Now, I know I look like I'm 24 myself. Y'all know I'm joking, right? But nonetheless, she's 24 years old. She's my daughter's age. She apparently went to go drop her boyfriend off at a supermarket, Kruger's, in Cincinnati, Ohio. And while he was in the supermarket, she went through his phone and found information that led her to believe that he was having an inappropriate relationship, i.e., an affair, with her sister. This young woman that you see on the screen right now before you is being indicted on aggravated murder, felonious charges, attempted murder, and child endangerment. Y'all wondering how this 24-year-old cop those kind of charges? What's going on in her life that got her these kind of charges? What the hell did she do to get these kind of charges at 24 years old? Before I even tell you guys about the story, and I see in my comments that some of you already know about this story, but before I even go on about the story, let me tell y'all something. When we hear about this story, I want you guys to try to reserve some of your attacks towards this young lady. I want you guys to listen and try to imagine your own child in this situation. Because some of you guys, whether you want to be on social media and think that you are exempt from these kind of situations, some of you guys are going to have children in this kind of situation. And maybe not vehicular murder or manslaughter, but you're going to have some children that find themselves in some situation, and you're going to try to make sense of this. This young lady is 24 years old, and she is not a stranger to the nonsense. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. She is not a stranger to the nonsense. Let me give you a little bit of history before I get into the story. This woman is a mother of at least two children. One child is roughly 8, 9 years old, roughly, and the other child is an infant at about 8 months. She had a previous charge for punching her 9-year-old in the face and beating her 9-year-old with a belt. Let me say that again because some of y'all are going to miss that. She has a previous charge, child welfare charge, of hitting her 9-year-old with a belt and punching her, which was a daughter, in the face. Now you fast forward to this situation right here. This young woman that looks like she can be my daughter, that looks like she could be your daughter. This young woman is sitting in her car as she drops her boyfriend off for him to go into the supermarket to do some shopping. He happens to leave his phone in the car. She goes through his phone, reads text messages between him and her sister, allegedly, and discover inappropriate text messages that lead her to believe he's cheating on her with his sister. Now, the reason why I say allegedly because I wasn't there. I don't know what the girl read and what she didn't read, but whatever she wrote was enough for her to turn on her engine. When she seen her boyfriend coming out the supermarket, it was enough for her to slam on the gas. When she see him walking toward the car, as happy as can be, there go my boo, I'm getting in the car. She puts the pedal to the metal and runs his funky behind over. Now, I don't know if he's funky. I don't know if he's funky. He could be funky. I don't know. It just adds flavor to the conversation. But whatever he is, she ran his behind over. Okay? And in the meantime of running his behind over, her car hits a person who was crossing the crosswalk into the supermarket, who was using a cane to assist him in crossing. His name was Christopher Griffin. He's 58 years old. He's not a part of my conversation, with all due respect. Rest in peace, and my condolences to the family. But he was crossing the street with his cane, and he died. Although he was not the target of her rage, he just happened to be there, the food shop, and he got it. She hit this man so hard that he flew in the air and landed somewhere else. Now here's the sick part, because I know we're looking at her as being sick, and trust me, she's sick. Without a doubt, we're going to talk about what I believe might be going on in her head. It is not an official diagnosis. I'm not her therapist. Although I am a therapist, I'm not her therapist. We're going to give you guys some insight. We're going to talk about the kind of things that we ignore in our community. But nevertheless, what disturbed me about this case? Y'all following me? What disturbed me about this case is this man, Christopher Griffin, the 58 years old, hits her car, flies in the air, lands, damn well near die on impact, and everyone comes out the supermarket to see what's going on. This woman, by this time, doesn't even realize that she has hit this guy and killed him. She gets out of the minivan, takes her funky behind. Now, I don't know if she's funky. She could be. Takes her funky behind over to Jawan, I think that's his name, Jawan Lunsford, her boyfriend, and starts wailing on him. Punching this dude whose legs are broken as a result of being hit by her vehicle, punching him like he owed her something. Punch him, blah, blah, body shots. He's trying to defend himself with his broken legs. She punching him up, blah, 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 blah. The man is dying that she hit on the other side. She gets back to the minivan. I guess she tried to take off before she realized that the car was no longer functional. The car could no longer drive because not only did she hit two people, killing one, but she slams into a pole. When she decides that she can't get away with the vehicle, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. She grabs the 8-month-old that was in the vehicle. She gets in on the driver's side, the driving side of the car, decides that she can't drive the car, goes into the minivan in the back, grabs the baby, gets out the passenger side of the car, and takes off. Walking. Power walking. Power walking. She power walking. She power walking with the baby in the car. The baby was in the car. The baby was in the car. Everybody is saying, oh, she was enraged. Some people in our community said she lost it. We tired of men cheating on us. She couldn't take it anymore. She snapped. She didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know she killed that man. He was sleeping with her sister. What do you expect to happen? This is what we're talking about. She strikes not one, but two people with her vehicle, exits her car, gets to giving him body shots, walks back to her minivan, takes the baby out, walks off, and leave her broken up man in the minivan right there in the parking lot of the supermarket. She's not the only one that's not well in the head. Other people, the security guard came running out the supermarket like he was about to do something, like he was about it. Sees the one man dying, sees her pouncing on her boyfriend or her baby daddy, however you want to say it, sees her pouncing on him and steps back and watch it. He ran out the supermarket like he was about something. Everybody looking, everybody running out the supermarket, and nobody is doing anything. We got a dead man or a man dying. And we have a man with broken legs getting pounced on. Nobody knows what's happening. It's this small, little, fragile 24-year-old wailing on somebody, busting his behind up. And nobody gets out the car to do a damn thing. She grabs the child and flees. And nobody gets out the car to do a damn thing. This woman here has previous charges of child endangering. She has previous charges of interference with custody. This woman has been demonstrating for many, many years that her mind is not right. But yet, she's able to hit a man, two men, with her car, snatch her baby out the car, and walk off like it's a good day. She got a serious history here, family. Why do I bring this up? I'm going to tell you why I bring this up. Let me tell you why I bring this up. Now, I know you guys are all innocent. None of you guys are going to get in your car and run over your baby father, your baby mother, right? None of you guys are going to do that, right? I bring this up because Taah'viya is any one of us, any one of our sisters, any one of our nieces, any one of our friends, any one of our daughters, any one of our classmates. Taah'viya is any one of us. How many of you all, and I'm not asking you guys to tell on yourself. This is Mental Health Fridays on a Sunday. I want you to think about it. How many of you all have family members who are displaying behaviors that make you scratch your head and say, How many of you guys have family members that utter crazy things out their mouths and they believe things that ain't there? They believe it to be there. How many of us have family members that are extreme with their relationships? How many of us have family members that have an unhealthy dose of jealousies? How many of us have friends, family members, co-workers that communicate things that make us step back and scratch our heads and say, this don't seem right. Thank y'all for your honesty. I'm never gonna put your name up on the screen. That y'all that's being able to tell me how many of you guys. I appreciate that. I'm never gonna put your name on the screen because I know it's a lot of us, right? How many of us have them, and how many of us do something about it? How many of us have people like that in our circles, and how many of us take steps in action to do something about it? Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. How many of us do something about it? How many of us say this don't seem right, and we have to be active to not only protect our children, but to protect the people that this person is coming in contact to, and not only protecting the people that this person is coming in contact with, but also protecting the person. How many of us are bold enough to do something about it? Because what I saw on the camera today, what I saw on the camera when I watched that video is a lot of people don't want to get involved with people they view as emotionally unstable, right? You're absolutely right, Glittery. She says by the time they hit a certain age, people are too afraid to address these people in our family. You are absolutely right. See, this woman that we're talking about today, this is not new to her. This is not new to her family. It may be new to us, but it's not new to her family. This woman doesn't just wake up today and have these symptoms. We already told you she's been brought up on child endangerment charges. I already told you that this woman has punched her 9-year-old daughter in the face. Now, you know, if your daughter goes or your son goes to a public school and you punch them in the face, it's going to leave a mark, and you know what the school is going to do. I don't care if you go to a majority black school, white school, Spanish school. I don't care. You already know if your child coming to school with a punch mark or a bruise on their face that resembles somebody striking them, you already know that Child Protection Services is going to be called. But let me tell y'all something. We can talk about all day how Child Protection Services fails our children, and she probably was a victim of Child Protection Services and abuse in her family. Just to be honest with you, she probably had abuse in her family, right? And she probably had a case in Child Protection Services when she was growing. I don't know her, but I'm telling you, as being a woman who has extensive experience in Child Protection Services, I'm telling you that she probably has a history. And it will not surprise me if it comes out that she was known to Child Protection Services when she was a child. It won't surprise me. This woman has so much going on in her life that what you guys are seeing, you're looking at it as jealousy. You're looking at it as rage. You're looking at it as trauma. And I'm not saying that these things do not exist in her life, but I see something a lot deeper than that. And that's what I want to talk to you all about. Because we have this woman in all of our families, or at least in close circles, or on our caseloads. If you guys are in the fields, we have this woman very close to us. We all know somebody who exhibits behaviors that let us know that they are not well. And how many of us do something about it? Right? Somebody says that she's looking at it as stress, as being a young mom. And I'm not saying that that's not the case, but these things are all simplified. Stress as being a young mom. There's a lot of young mothers out there that don't run their boyfriends over with cars. Somebody else says, I see that she is psychotic, period. You think she's psychotic? Somebody else says trauma causes mental illness. Hello to you too. This person says independent women syndrome. These are the things that we come up with. Let me give you guys something else. Now, again, let me say to you guys as plain and simple as possible. I am not her therapist, and I am not diagnosing her. But when I read through some of this information, and more is going to come out, and when I think about our community and how our community is showing up and how we overlook things in our community and we just write it off. This woman is either bipolar with psychotic features. Hear what I'm saying, y'all. Trust me when I say it. She's either bipolar with psychotic features or borderline personality disorder. Now, why do I give you guys these two? This is Mental Health Fridays, Sunday edition, right? Somebody's saying, what can we do about it? She probably won't listen. I'm going to answer that for you, Lenora. Let me just get through what I think this lady is suffering. I'm gonna answer that. This woman is probably bipolar disorder with psychotic features. That's bipolar 1. This is where y'all going to see the real therapist come on. I know some of y'all work with me. Some of y'all don't. Listen. I'm proud of my rating. I got 4.5 stars out of 5 stars out of 1,452 reviews. I'm not new on the block. I'm true to the block. I just don't talk to you guys about what I know. You understand what I'm trying to say? This woman here, if she's not bipolar with psychotic features, she's borderline personality disorder. The reason why I chose these two, because these two go hand in hand. I know a lot of you guys, y'all like to go with trendy topics. Oh, she got borderline, not borderline, she's bipolar, she crazy. This is what a lot of y'all be saying. Oh, and y'all don't even know whether she borderline, whether she's bipolar, or whether she's schizophrenic. The problem is we're not doing anything about it. This woman is clear. It's clear that she has relationship difficulties. It's clear that this woman might have identity disturbances. Who is she? She became a young mother. She's 24 of a 9-year-old. She obviously was a teenage mother. See, we got to unpack all these things because she is many of our family members, right? She is 24 years old with a 9-month-old, a 9-year-old and an 8-month-old. So if she had her child at a 9-year-old child, she was about 15 years old when she had her. She is a teenage mother. Now you got to be able to step back for a moment and ask yourself, how does one become a teenage mother? Now we know sex, so don't give me stupid questions. Sex. Obviously, you had sex and you became a mother. We know these things. Don't give me that. But we got to really look at the household dynamics and say, how does one at 15 become a teenage mother? Now, would this analysis be applicable to everybody across the screen? No, absolutely not. It's not going to. But we got to really think about these things. What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities of how a 15-year-old will become pregnant? Right? What are the possibilities? Now, Tanya, I'm not saying this woman was molested. I don't know enough information to say that this woman was molested. Could that be a possibility? It could be, but I don't know if it was enough to say this woman was molested. However, we know that at 15, now, I don't know how you guys are parents. I don't want to put this on everybody, but we know that at 15, yes, there is an age where they start to disconnect and come acquainted with their friends more than their family members. But we also know that some of us, not everybody is going to have house rules that are respected, right? But we know that usually at 15, they're in between being independent and also having house rules that they got to listen to. I'm not going to say there was no parent in the house. Right? With all due respect, Sunshine, I'm not going to say there was no parent in the house. A parent may have been in the house. A parent may have been in the house. But I don't know what the dynamics were in that house. There could have been severe discipline in the house. There could have been a parent who was working 2-3 jobs. There could have been one parent. There could have been 2 parents. I don't know. I don't know anything about the parents, but what we do know, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, Sunshine. I'm not saying that at all. But what we do know is that there is something going on here where she's 15 and she becomes a parent. There's something going on here where she punches her 9-year-old in the face. There's something going on here. So I don't know what her support system looks like. I don't know what her family is like. I don't know if she was in the system. I don't know if her mother was in the system. I don't know if her mother physically abused her or her family physically abused her. I don't know if there was molestation. I don't know if there was rape. But what I do know is something is off. Something is off. Right? Something is off. And here she is with a man that she has an 8-month-old with, and now she's concerned about him sleeping with her sister to the point where it enrages her, and she decides to get in her car. Well, she was already in her car, but she decides to start that engine and run his funky behind over when he came out the store, breaking his legs and killing another man. We all have somebody like this in our family. We all have somebody like this in our family or in our circle or in our caseload, whatever the case is, we all know somebody like this. But are we aware that there is a mental illness going on? Are we aware that this person is not well? No, I don't agree with that. India says that was blind and rage. I don't believe with that. I don't. Now, was she enraged? Absolutely. But I understand this to be an underlying factor that was there. And the reason why I say that is because we are so undiagnosed in our community. We don't go get the help. We don't go and talk about the things that we're going through. We don't say any of these things in our community. We just can't keep writing things off as rage. If you understand, I'm not saying she's borderline, but if you understand somebody who is borderline personality disorder, if you understand how that works, they have a lot of relationship difficulties. They have a lot of identity disturbances, imbalanced interpersonal relationships. They're rule breakers. They don't care what the rule is. They don't care what's expected of them. They have a lot of emotional turmoil. They have a lot of anger, fear of abandonment, a lack of empathy, selfishness. All these things are all come together amongst other things when it comes to somebody with borderline personality disorder. But it's a personality disorder. And the reason I'm bringing this up, and I'm not saying it's her, but the reason why I'm bringing this up because there's a lot of people in our community that we have personality disorders. We have a lot of splits in our personalities that have us showing up in other ways because of the excessive trauma that we experience all through our lives. And how many of us are getting these community members help? Now we have somebody who's 24 years old who's facing life. Now, will she get it? I don't know. But she's facing a lot of years in prison, leaving behind a 9-year-old child and an 8-month-old child. And she may have other children. I just don't know. But she's leaving behind children because he allegedly is creeping with her sister. Now, he might be a creep. He might be creeping with his sister. But the reality is, it's not like she woke up today and realized that he was a creep. It's not like, and I'm just saying, let's just really talk the truth. It's not like she woke up today and was surprised, like, oh my God, he's cheating on me. Let's not pretend like this was a surprising thing, and it was white gowns and flowers and weddings, and let's not pretend that, oh my God, how can he do this to? Let's not pretend. See, this is what I'm talking about. With all due respect, JoJo Dancer, some of this is demonic possession. We like to call it what it is. Call it what it is. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. I just can't do it. Call it what it is. Why do we have such a problem saying somebody is mentally ill? Why do we have a problem in our community saying this? Why? Why do we have a problem saying somebody is mentally ill? We always gotta tie something to demonic. Do you know, with all due respect, and I'm out of here, I'm gone. But do you know, with all due respect, there are a lot of people that suffer from certain illnesses, bipolar with psychotic features, schizophrenia, and other delusional disorders and other mood disorders. Do you know that a lot of them that have delusion attached to it always blame things in God? They heard God tell them to kill people. They heard God tell. Do you understand this stuff? The devil possessed them. Do you understand this stuff? You understand what I'm trying to say? And so many of us, with all due respect in our community, we have a hard time connecting that. We want to make everything, oh, God is this or the devil is that. Y'all better stop with that. I'm just trying to be honest with y'all. Y'all gotta stop with that. Stop. I really can't. They wonder why I don't come on. I don't come on to talk to you all. Just being honest with you. I'm just being respectful and honest. I don't come on to speak to you all because I don't even know when we know that we're so far gone. I'm just being honest. I don't even know when we know that we're so far gone. When we have that kind of mindset, when we're like, just let go and let God. I'm just being respectful. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. But we let go and let God. Do you know how many things happen in our community? We have people in a church molesting people, and we say let go and let God. Like, that's sick, people. That's sick. When we see people talking to themselves and they believe something is present when something is not there, it's delusion. But we say, you know what, the demons, the devils have possessed them, or the demons have taken over them. Y'all better stop this. Stop this. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's so hard for me to come on and keep that fire going when I know collectively we need help. We need help. Danny B says, help me understand, if not anyone else, because I'm dealing with this right now. And the person never displayed mental health issues as a child, but as an adult cannot handle when things happen and had a breakdown. Danny B, I don't know the details of what you're talking about, but this is what I'm going to say to you, Danny B. A lot of mental illnesses do not come on till you're about 20, 21 years old, and sometimes 32 years old when it comes to like schizophrenia. A lot of these mental illnesses come on later on in life. So we're trying to make sense of something that you have no knowledge of. The best thing to do is to take that person and go get an assessment if you can. If you can. Sometimes we're not in situations, and I understand it. Sometimes we're not in situations to help that member of our community, whether it's a family member, a friend, a lover, it doesn't matter, to help them to go get the help that we need. Because at the end of the day, if they're deemed to be in their right state of mind by people that obviously haven't assessed them, i.e. the courts, i.e. the police department, and they're deemed to be in their right state of mind, sometimes what happens is they're not going to get involuntarily committed. They're not going to get the help they need. And even if they do get involuntarily committed, and even if they are in treatment for those 21 days that they're committed, or whatever your state mandates, even if that is happening, once they release, they have a decision to make whether they're going to take their medication or not, and there's really nothing you can do about that. What I'm saying to you is how many of us, especially if people like this have children, how many of us are showing up, not necessarily to take their children per se. In some situations, you got to file custody. That's just the reality of it. But how many of us are showing up to try to prevent things not only happening to the children, but to give them the support that they need? How many of us in relationships, let's just get real serious for a second, and I'm out of here, I got 5 minutes. How many of us in relationships are dating people like this? This is going to sound wrong. I have to pause. I had to pause because I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. I had to think about what I was going to say, because if y'all know me personally, y'all know some stuff that come in my mouth, I'll be like, no, fuck that. Like, my mouth is just like, rah, right? But when I'm in my professional setting, I'm not. So I'm trying to be mindful of this. Trying to really think about this, y'all. I might just have to say it, but I don't want y'all to see it the wrong way. But when you're dating and you start seeing behavior that is left field, y'all know what I mean when I say left field, right? You start seeing left field behavior, with all due respect. How many of y'all walk away from those kind of relationships? Now, don't get on here and tell me you do. I do. I just told you my rating. I just told you out of 1,452 ratings the last time I checked. Out of 1,452 ratings, I have 4.5 stars. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So don't come in here and tell me I do, because I don't even see that in the people that I treat, and I treat a lot of people. I don't even see that. So let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Let's be real, and let's be honest. How many of you guys walk away from people who are demonstrating the inability to not only manage their emotions, but they're showing signs that something is a little left field? Thank you for your honesty, Nan Garvey. Thank you for that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many of us walk away from these kind of relationships? Let's be honest. Because I know a lot of y'all that are with people, or have been with people, or have children with people, that something is just left field. And we chuck it up to, oh, he or she's just jealous. Oh, they just want me back. This is what we chuck it up to. Why do we diminish things like that? They just want me back. They just jealous. Oh, it must be the you know what that got her acting crazy. Oh, her you know what must be fire. Got him acting crazy. This is the stuff that we say in our community. We diminish so many mental health things, and I cannot understand why. It makes me sick to my stomach, and that's what keeps me from showing up. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being honest with y'all. We say things like that. Thank you for that, Chris. I appreciate that, right? We say things like that. Now I'm saying, now his dick must be good. I'm just gonna be explicit for a second. I hope your kids ain't listening. I'm be explicit for a second. Her pussy must be crazy. This is what we say in our community. The signs are there. The signs are there. Something tells you this person is off. And yet we stay, and we try to be all like the martyrs about it. We try to be all noble about it. I'm trying to do the right thing. Do the right thing. You trying to do the right thing is to get this person help. That's the right thing. The right thing is to file for custody. That's the right thing. The right thing is to walk away. So many of y'all losing your lives because you're diminishing. You're diminishing the sickness. So people ask me, what can we do? What can we do? I wish I had one answer to give you. I wish I had one answer to give you that all of you all will do and can do to help eliminate this kind of trauma from our community. I don't have the one answer to give you guys because this thing goes really, really deep. Some mental illnesses are hereditary. The mama had an issue, the daddy had an issue, the kids have an issue, and the next thing you know, the grandkids got issues. Some of these things are deep. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't have children, but you have to understand that many of these disorders can be treated with medication. But until we stop, yes, thank you, India, until we stop ignoring the signs, until we stop diminishing the reality of a mental illness, and mental health concerns and issues, until we stop diminishing it, we're not going to go ahead and get medication because we have so many people out there telling you as a community, medication is bad. Medication is more. Meanwhile, some of y'all got 9-year-olds setting freaking cats and dogs on fire, and you don't think that's a problem. He just got no daddy at home syndrome. No, he don't got no daddy at home syndrome. He got a mental health illness, and you seeing it at 9 years old, and you trying to diminish it. Your 9-year-old shouldn't be jumping people at school, and you're trying to diminish it. Your 16-year-old shouldn't be knocking grown men out, i.e. New York City. Shouldn't be stomping cab drivers out. Shouldn't be robbing people, and you're trying to diminish it. Your 16-year-old daughter shouldn't be giving birth in the bathroom and putting the baby in a plastic bag and throwing it in a dumpster, and you're trying to diminish it. These things should not be happening. See the nonsense that I'm talking about? See the nonsense I'm talking about? You a sellout for big pharma. You see the nonsense? This person probably has a mental illness. But I'm a sellout for big pharma. But I bet your funky behind got cancer. I bet you'll be taking radiation or chemo trying to save your life. But I'm a sellout for big pharma. I bet your funky behind had a heart disease. You'll get a pacemaker put into your heart to keep your funky behind alive. But I'm a sellout for big pharma. You see what I'm talking about? This is the stuff that I'm talking about in our community. And we think it's funny, we think it's cute, and we diminish it. And the minute somebody comes on to tell you not everything is a trap, like you have been conditioned to believe, not everything's a trap, you want to diminish it because it's foreign to you. Because it's foreign to you. We got people in our community seeing things. They think that people are in their walls. They think that phones are ringing that aren't ringing. They think that people are trying to harm them or harm their children. We got sick people in our community and we diminish it. We diminish it. We diminish it. This is what happens. This is what happens. You don't know how hard it is for me when I'm doing couples therapy and I see a person in that relationship that has really grandiose ideas or they believe things that exist that don't really exist. You don't know how hard that is for me in couples therapy to let them know you need another therapist to help you with that because I'm seeing things that are not a condition of your relationship. That's not a condition of your marriage. It's bigger than that. You don't know how hard it is for me to try to listen to irrational things. He's cheating on me. Okay, what leads you to believe that? I don't know. I just got a feeling. So why don't you leave? Because I want to make sure I'm sure. How would you know if you're sure? If I was to find out, and if you found out, what would you do? He better pray. He better pray. This is the nonsense that I'm talking about. This is the nonsense that I'm talking about. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Here it is right here. Let me school you for a second. You said people need medication, like that fixes every problem. You don't know how hard it is for some people to try and pay for medication due to big pharma. Make up your mind what you're saying, bro. Make up your mind. You just have two different things there, bro. Make up your mind what you're saying. There are two different things that you just said. 1 + 1 is 2. I'm a logical, rational person. You just make up your mind what you're saying. Did I say it fixes the problem? Let me explain to you, brother, because clearly you need some education. So I'm going to explain to you, brother, how this works. There are certain medications that will work with the chemical composition of your brain in conjunction with talk therapy, like seeing somebody like me, in conjunction with talk therapy that will help you to manage your disorder. In some people outside of the medication, they're not able to manage their disorder. Not everybody is wired the same way. Think about people, brother, who are mentally challenged. Think about people who have mental challenges. Have you ever stopped and thought about how do they become mentally challenged? How do they become cognitively despair? How do they become cognitively disabled? Have you ever stopped and thought and asked yourself, how does that happen? How do people walk around and just talk to themselves? How are they not able to cognitively function like everybody else? Do you ever stop and ask yourself these questions, brother? Do you ever stop and say, why is that the case? How does that happen? Do you ever stop and ask yourself, how does a crap baby, how do they have difficulties controlling their emotions, and why do they act out in rage and anger? Do you ever stop to ask yourself that? Even when you remove them as an infant and put them in a healthy home, they still later on have other problems. Do you ever stop to ask yourself why that is the case? I'm asking you a question, brother. Do you ever stop to ask yourself that? Do you ever stop to ask yourself that? Right? I never said medication fixes everything. But we cannot go ahead and disregard all medications. I've seen people who are schizophrenic who are on medication and they're able to manage their schizophrenia. They are able to manage their delusions. But if you, brother, are a father to a person who has an illness, as they get older, brother, you're doing them a disservice. Because you are more committed to being right than to understanding neurology, than to understanding the human mind. You're more committed to being right than understanding how things get miswired and they just show up in ways that we're not accustomed to. And then you tell me you don't know how hard it is for some people to try and pay for medication. You're going to tell me that I don't know how hard it is? I don't know? Brother, are you serious? And then you make comments like I'm a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychiatrist, brother. I don't prescribe medication. So you telling me I'm an agent for Big Pharma? You don't even sound right. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't get kicked back from Big Pharma. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor, brother. A MD, brother, who specializes in pharmacology and its effects on the human mind. I'm not an MD. I'm a doctor, but I'm not a medical doctor. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say when we lack the knowledge. We lack the knowledge. And when you lack the knowledge, you make statements like this. And when you make statements like this, it concerns me. But this is what I see in our community all the time. And this is why I get tired. I get tired. I get tired. I get tired. Change the diet. This helps in a lot of situations, but not all. And again, if you understand the wiring, you will know that it's not going to help in all. So what I'm saying to you is we always have to take the holistic approach first to try to change things over. But when that doesn't work, when the holistic approach does not prove to be effective, what do you do? What do you do? This is a problem. This is a problem. We keep minimizing these kind of things. That's not cool. Right? It's not cool. We cannot continue to minimize these things. I'm going to answer this and I'm going. She said, Doctor, I've got a daughter, brother, and had a mother with schizophrenia. Don't know where my family would be without medication. Thank you for that truth. Because you know what, sister, your parent advocate, a lot of people don't understand what that is. A lot of people don't really understand schizophrenia. A lot of people don't understand the impacts of schizophrenia. A lot of people don't even understand that this thing is hereditary and it gets passed down. When I look at all these incidents that's happening out here, a lot of them I can chuck up to mental illness. I promise you I can. A lot of them I look at, I'm like, wow, I want to see the history of this family. I want to go to the community that they live in because guess what? You can live in a community, which many of us do, that are high in crime, that is very traumatizing, and you will have a split. You deal with that amount of stress, that amount of anxiety, that amount of trauma every day. If you think you're going to walk out unscathed, you're crazy as hell. No pun intended. But if you think you're going to walk out and it's not going to have an effect on you, you're not right in your head. And this is what many of us are subjected to every day. And if you think that you're not going to have a break listening to negative stuff every damn day, if you don't think that something's going to happen to you mentally, listening to stuff that happens to our community every day, you're on social media and you're watching it, you're on the news and you're watching it, you're driving in the car, you're listening to it, you see it in your community every day. If you think being exposed to that stuff, that kind of trauma every day is not going to have an impact on you, you're not right in your head. You're absolutely right. Jay Brooks said then it must be bad and be more. You absolutely right. Because let me tell you something. When you're exposed to trauma over trauma over trauma, you got your crackhead mama and daddy. And I didn't know that people still were smoking crack. Woo, baby. Until I came across a new case. I said, woo, they still using crack? People are still using crack. But you got that going on in your community. You got high crime going on in your community. You have molestation going on in your community. You got domestic violence, or as we say, the correct term is intimate partner violence in your community. You got child abuse going on in your community. You got corrupt politicians, corrupt pastors going on in your community. You got so much going on in your community, and you think you're going to walk out untouched? Really? Really? That takes a toll on you mentally. It's only but so much you can take every damn day of your working life if it's not going to impact you. So when we talk about this young lady right here that ran over her boyfriend and killed that man as a result of being angry, when we talk about her, I want to see her lifestyle. I want to see her upbringing. I want to see where she's from. I want to see how she was raised. I want to see the things that she's going through so I can better understand what is happening to her. Oh, yeah, Sean. I can't even forget poverty. You absolutely right. That's another crisis. That's right, Queen Mother. It's impossible not to be affected. We got people that think that they're not affected walking around talking about they're good. And you hear some of the things coming out their mouths, and you hear how they talk to their husbands. You see how they talk to their wives, how they treat their children. You know they're not good. But people are denying the fact that they ain't good. Let's not even talk. That's right, RJ. School systems. School systems. We got so much trauma that's happening. How can it not affect you? How can it not affect you? I'm just saying, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I just wanted y'all to know. And there's a reason why I haven't been on. Because I'm tired of engaging in these conversations. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being honest with you. I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to wrap it all up. I've been a clinician well over a decade. I want to wrap it all up. I want to just go back to supervising and managing people. I just want to know, just do what I do. I want to just write policy and just research and just get away from everybody. I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you because this is a lot. This is a lot for me to stomach every day. It's a lot for me to stomach every day. And so I don't always come on. But I'm going to tell you right now, like I told y'all, when I come on, I'm going to be changing this conversation. Somebody said, I knew you was on a mental break. This person has been with me for a while, because you know the truth. When I'm on a mental break, I can't deal with people. I can't. I'm human too. I got my own stuff that I go through too. Right? And this stuff is deep. Yeah, somebody said, don't forget dysfunctional family relationships between siblings and parents to child. Yes, this stuff is deep. This stuff is deep. And we got siblings acting like they ain't doing nothing to each other. We got siblings normalizing the pathology found in their family. We got siblings fighting each other and then they go out to dinner. Like, this stuff is crazy. Stuff is crazy. We got mothers and fathers denying they ever hit their child, molested their child, denying that they ever messed up as parents. They don't even want to accept that stuff is true. They got mental illness. The kids got mental illness. We got a lot of stuff going on in our community. Tina says, I love my job. I'm in technology and I gave up that job saving Black people. Listen, listen, Tina, I understand. I understand. Right? Queen Mother says, I haven't spoken to my sister in almost 2 years. This is the stuff that we have going on. And I know this person personally. And I thank you for sharing that. This is stuff that we got going on. And then when you want to try to tell your family members to come in therapy, I don't need no therapy. You need therapy. This is the stuff that we got going on. You try to tell your man or your woman to come in therapy. I don't need therapy. You need therapy. This is the nonsense we got going on. You the one that need help. This is the nonsense we got going on. We deny everything. We deny molestation. We deny alcoholism. We deny mental health. We deny everything. Right? Somebody said we need your education. Most people that think they understand, but they don't. Keep your patients and educators that want to learn. And it's hard, brother. Ken, it's hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard. It's hard because not only do I have to come on and educate you, then I gotta wake up tomorrow all the way. I work 7 days a week. And I know you're gonna say you need a break. I do need a break. I do. I take my breaks when I need to. You're absolutely right. But I'm no lie. I work 7 days a week, hearing that stuff every day, and I can see it clear as day, clear as day. But now I gotta make sure, in an ethical way, I communicate that to the person so they can be able to receive it and start making changes. I don't give it advice. I gotta help people to gain insight. Because without insight and without awareness, without knowledge, you're not gonna change. You're not going to change. This is hard. This is hard. So if you don't see me, it's not because I don't love y'all. It's because I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of the nonsense. Some of y'all even out here, with all due respect, y'all even following people that got mental health issues. And I can see it as dead as day. I sit down and I watch some of the stuff. I'm like, the hell did this person just? I can't. I can't even. I can't. And we eat it up. We eat it up. And some of these people got hundreds of thousands of followers, and we eat it up. We eat it up, and we love what they're saying, and we don't even realize that it's toxic. We don't even realize that it's illness. We don't even realize that it's a problem. We don't even realize it because we like the way it makes us feel. Crazy, crazy. I can't. I can't. I step away and I say, no, I'm done. I'm done. Can't do it. So listen, yes, Ken, I do need my rest and I do take my rest, right? I do, right? Somebody said we need more black therapists like you. Listen, Lauren, don't get it twisted, Lauren. I might come on here and talk about the black therapists that got fired from TikTok. Don't get it twisted. Woo, Father, don't get it twisted, Lauren. Lauren, now, baby. There's some therapists that need some help too, baby. They need to be prescribed some medication too. With all due respect. With all due respect. Listen, somebody said exactly. I stopped trying to help black people with opening the door to therapy. Listen, I'm done. I'm done. Right? Somebody said she was just doing too much. She was calling black men dusty, calling black women bitchs, and this. I don't want to be represented like that. No. And we're like, yes, sis, that's right, sis. Tell them, sis. Oh, these dusty bitches. This is what we do. This is what we do. We think, woo, woo, woo. I can't. I can't. Can't. But anyway, y'all. Listen, ladies, follow me on Instagram. Now, y'all want to know a little bit about my life? Y'all need to come to Instagram. That's when I share more about my life. And Instagram is the page that I have about relationships, and I'm trying to help people foster healthy relationships, and not only foster healthy relationships, but I demonstrate my own relationship with my partner. And I know a lot of y'all, I've been reading your comments. Just because I don't answer don't mean I don't read it, but I've been reading your comments. But I know a lot of you guys have felt like, oh no, Doc, she dates a cop, blah blah blah, whatever you want to say what you want to say. It's okay. It's all cool. It's all cool. But me and Officer Stepman, we are on Instagram. We come on, we talk the truth to help you guys with your relationships. So we don't just come on and act like everything's good in our life. Oh, our relationship's so great. Ooh, we so great. No. Nope. We don't do things like that. We discuss a lot of serious situations, right? We have another situation we're about to go live with. We're about to discuss a new situation that happened in our relationship. And we process it because we want you all to know the reality of it and how to work through things and how to communicate. So if I can't teach you guys one-on-one how to communicate in your relationship, because I know everyone comes to me and say, well, we have communication issues. No, baby, you ain't got communication issues. That's what you want to believe you got. I'm gonna help you get to the bottom of your truth. You ain't got communication issues, right? You got other issues. So when you come on to Instagram and you see Officer Stedman and I, we having our conversations, we don't talk about our communication issues. We know what we got. We know what we got going on. We talk about the real issues at hand that goes on in relationships, how to process it, how to talk about it. This is what we do. But we also talk about fun stuff too. And we also are very lovable, and we laugh at a lot of things too. And we also use my products. Y'all know somebody said he funny, right? He is funny, right? No, he not. He's sometimes funny. You think he's funny. I don't think it's funny. But then again, most of us in relationship, he don't think I'm funny. I think I'm funny as hell, but he says my humor is dark. He don't like my humor. But nonetheless, we also use our products. We use our massage oil candles, right? Netflix and chill. The other one is Get Laid, right? But you can find us at helpingcouplesreconnect.com. We use these things. We talked about another product review with the aphrodisiac and how it makes us feel. that night was fun when we got off live. So we're not going to talk about what we did when we get off live. But those who watched the video, y'all know how those products have effects. And we talk about these things. We talk about the pheromone that you can get on helpingcouplesreconnect.com, right? The pheromone, that's how I got his behind. Shout out to Kendra. Thank you so much. And ladies, believe it or not, this I got his behind. And then, of course, my humor, my good looks. Just kidding. But nonetheless, come on to IG, follow us on IG. Go ahead and get your products at helpingcouplesreconnect.com. I think this is Turn Off the Lights is another pheromone. I think this one's the best. But nonetheless, we have a lot going on. He's going to tell you how he feels about these massage oil candles. So fellas who don't have massage oil candles for your man, he'll tell you how it is. He tells me I burn him all the time, but it doesn't burn. He's just sensitive. But nonetheless, I like to have fun. I like to laugh. So on Instagram, you're gonna see us laughing. You're gonna see us having fun. You're gonna see the things that we do. We have a lot of videos that I haven't gotten out there yet on Instagram that we have recorded. I just got to edit it. But you're gonna see more of our relationship, and I even share things, and we have our deep conversation about my children, right? And don't think because he's an officer, my children get off. No, they don't. They don't. Right? So I love you all. Listen, get some therapy, right? Get some therapy. Somebody said you were funny, especially the way you called the sheep butter crew. The shea butter crew. Oh yeah, you know the shea butter crew. Yes. But get some therapy, y'all. Stop denying the existence of mental illnesses in our community. Stop sitting here and diminishing the need to have medication to help you balance your hormones and other things. Stop denying these things. I'm not pushing anything. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But I'm just saying to you guys, I'm just saying that this is real. When you hitting your boyfriend with a car because you found inappropriate text messages in his phone, I mean, shit. If this is what you're doing, you need some help. If you punching your 9-year-old daughter in the face and beating them with belts and all other stuff, you need some help. I know a lot of you are not gonna like the way that sounds, but I'm just saying that, right? You just have to. Make sure you send that to me. We got to talk. I'm sorry. I'm going to hit you my number, okay? I'm going to hit you my number. You can communicate with me because I know I told you I want to do some work with you, and I do want to do work with you. I want to support your business, and I am. That's my promise to you. I am going to do work. Just because I don't reach out to you doesn't mean that I don't want to do the work. It's just my life is so full and so busy, and sometimes I just pull away from you all. I am going to do some work with you. I am going to support your business, and I pay for my services, so you don't have to worry about that. I am going to do my work with you, and I do appreciate you, just so you can know that. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I love you all. Take care of your mental health. Stop denying the existence of your mental health. And I'll see you guys more often. Hopefully, I can come on more frequently. Just know all the other stuff, you can go to all the other channels for all of the stuff. I'm going to be talking about mental health issues. I'm going to be talking about things that's in the news that we need to unpack and see what's going on. And I'm going to help you guys understand some mental health issues and how to work with those things. Love you all. Have a great night.